It's a harsh reality, but some people in our lives take pleasure in causing harm and chaos. Think about it. You could be sharing moments and trusting someone, only to discover they are the very source of your turmoil. Today we dive deep into a topic that's as fascinating as it is frightening: recognizing the signs you're dealing with an evil person. Whether it's a colleague, a friend, or even a family member, these individuals can be masters of deception, hiding their true nature behind charm and charisma. Today we're not just exploring this dark side of human behavior out of curiosity. Understanding these signs can be life-changing. The Stoics believed in the power of perception and the importance of living a life guided by reason and virtue. By identifying and understanding these toxic traits, we can protect our peace of mind and cultivate healthier relationships, staying true to the Stoic principles of wisdom and self-control. Stay with us as we uncover 5 telltale signs of an evil person. By the end of this video, you'll not only be better equipped to spot these behaviors, but also learn practical ways to safeguard your mental health and well-being. And if you appreciate what we're doing here, a simple free favor I'll ask from you is to hit the subscribe button, and please don't skip any part of the video. You won't want to miss our special bonus section. Sign 1. I'll share an effective strategy for setting firm boundaries with these individuals. Let's embark on this journey of self-awareness and resilience together. When we talk about people who seem charming and charismatic at first, it's important to remember that appearances can be deceiving. These individuals often have a way of lighting up a room, making everyone around them feel special and valued. They know exactly what to say to make you feel like you've just made a new best friend. At first glance, they seem like the perfect person: witty, engaging, and seemingly interested in your life. It's easy to get swept up in their charm, thinking you've found someone truly special. However, the Stoics teach us to look beyond the surface and seek the truth through rational thought and observation. Over time, you might start to notice little cracks in their facade. Maybe they always need to be the center of attention, overshadowing others in social settings. They might talk over you, interrupt you, or even subtly put you down in front of others. These aren't just quirks or signs of an extroverted personality, they're red flags. The Stoics would advise us to observe these behaviors with a clear mind, unclouded by the initial excitement of their charisma. Imagine being at a party where this person is the life of the event, telling jokes and captivating the crowd. At first, it feels great to be in their orbit, but as the evening progresses, you realize they're dominating every conversation, making everything about themselves. When you try to share something about your life, they quickly redirect the topic back to them. This is where the Stoic principle of apatheia, a state of being undisturbed by external things, comes in handy. By staying emotionally balanced, you can see through their charming act and recognize the self-centered nature underneath. It's also crucial to pay attention to how they react when things don't go their way. A person who is genuinely kind and caring will handle disappointments and disagreements with grace and understanding, but someone who is merely playing a role to gain your trust might quickly become angry or defensive. They might lash out or try to manipulate the situation to regain control. According to Stoic wisdom, such reactions are clear indicators of a lack of virtuous character. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to be wary of those who display signs of anger and manipulation, as these are not the traits of a rational and virtuous person. The key here is to take your time and trust your instincts. The Stoics believed in the power of observation and the importance of not rushing to judgment based on first impressions. Epictetus taught that we should carefully evaluate the character of those we allow into our inner circle. So if someone seems too good to be true, give yourself the space to observe their actions over time. Notice how they treat others, especially when they think no one is watching. True character is revealed in how a person behaves when they aren't trying to impress anyone. Remember, not everyone who seems charming and charismatic has good intentions. Some people use their charm as a tool for manipulation. By staying grounded and mindful, you can protect yourself from being taken in by a superficial facade. Stay true to the Stoic principles of wisdom and discernment, and you'll be better equipped to navigate these complex social interactions. Another crucial sign to watch out for is a lack of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's what allows us to connect deeply with those around us, to offer support when it's needed, and to create meaningful relationships. However, there are individuals out there who seem to completely lack this essential human trait. They don't care about how their actions or words affect others, and this can have a devastating impact on those around them. The Stoics believed in the importance of compassion and understanding as fundamental virtues. Marcus Aurelius often spoke about the interconnectedness of humanity and the need to consider the well-being of others as part of our own well-being. So when we encounter someone who shows a blatant disregard for the feelings of others, it's a serious red flag. Imagine you're sharing something deeply personal with a friend, hoping for some comfort or understanding. Instead of showing any genuine concern, they brush off your feelings or even mock your vulnerability. This lack of empathy can make you feel isolated and misunderstood. It's not just about them not being there for you in tough times. It's also about them failing to share in your joy or celebrate your successes. A person who lacks empathy won't cheer for your achievements. They might even undermine them or take credit themselves. This behavior is not just limited to personal relationships. Consider a boss who pushes their employees to the brink, showing no concern for their well-being. They might demand long hours without fair compensation, ignore requests for time off, or publicly criticize employees in a way that's meant to humiliate rather than constructively guide. This creates a toxic work environment where people feel undervalued and stressed. The Stoics would advise us to maintain our inner peace and integrity in such situations, recognizing that the lack of empathy in others is a reflection of their character, not ours. Furthermore, a lack of empathy can lead to more sinister behaviors. People who cannot empathize with others may engage in actions that are outright cruel or without any sense of guilt or remorse. They might lie, cheat, or even inflict physical harm without a second thought about the pain they're causing. The Stoic philosopher Seneca emphasized the importance of kindness and justice, teaching that our actions should always reflect our inner virtue. When someone lacks empathy, they're fundamentally disconnected from these values. A lack of empathy is also evident in smaller, everyday interactions. For example, you might notice that someone constantly interrupts conversations to talk about themselves, shows little interest in what others have to say, or fails to offer help when it's clearly needed. These might seem like minor annoyances at first, but they add up to a pattern of behavior that reveals a deeper issue. The Stoics would remind us to be observant and discerning, understanding that these small signs are indicative of a person's true character. If you find yourself dealing with someone who consistently lacks empathy, it's important to set boundaries to protect your own mental and emotional health. The Stoics believed in the importance of maintaining our own well-being and not allowing the negativity of others to disturb our peace. You have the right to distance yourself from those who drain your energy and bring you down. Another major sign of an evil person is manipulation. Manipulation is when someone uses deceit or cunning tactics to control or influence others to get what they want. It's a subtle, often insidious behavior that can be incredibly damaging to those on the receiving end. Manipulators are skilled at twisting situations, making you question your reality, and bending your will to suit their needs. This can leave you feeling confused, powerless, and unsure of your own judgments. Let's think about manipulation from a Stoic perspective. The Stoics valued clarity of thought and the ability to see things as they truly are. They taught that our perceptions should be grounded in reality, and that we should remain steadfast in our principles, no matter the external pressures. When someone manipulates you, they are attempting to cloud your perception and distort reality, making it difficult for you to stay true to these Stoic ideals. A common form of manipulation is gaslighting, where the manipulator tries to make you doubt your own memory, perception, or sanity. They might deny that certain events happened or twist your words and actions to make you feel at fault. For example, let's say you confront a friend about something hurtful they said. Instead of acknowledging it, they might turn the tables, accusing you of being overly sensitive or misremembering the situation. This can erode your confidence and make you reliant on the manipulator's version of reality. Manipulators are also adept at playing the victim. They might guilt-trip you into doing things you don't want to do, by making you feel responsible for their happiness or well-being. You might have a friend who constantly complains about their problems, expecting you to drop everything to help them, yet they are never there for you in return. They might say things like, if you were really my friend, you'd do this for me, making you feel obligated to comply. The Stoics, especially Epictetus, emphasize the importance of understanding what is within our control and what is not. We cannot control others' actions or emotions, only our response to them. Consider how a manipulator might use flattery or charm to get their way. At first, this can feel great. They might shower you with compliments and make you feel special. But over time, you might notice that their praise comes with strings attached. They might compliment you when they want something from you or when they need you to do something for them. This conditional affection can be confusing and destabilizing, making you feel like you have to earn their approval. This tactic is particularly dangerous because it preys on our natural desire for validation and acceptance. Financial manipulation is another common tactic, where someone uses money as a means of control. This could be a partner who restricts your access to finances to keep you dependent on them, or a friend who constantly borrows money but never repays it, making you feel guilty for even bringing it up. This form of manipulation can trap you in a cycle of dependency and indebtedness, making it hard to break free and regain your autonomy. Another form of manipulation is isolation. A manipulative person might try to isolate you from your friends and family, making you more reliant on them. They might badmouth your loved ones, create conflicts, or make you feel like no one else understands you the way they do. By cutting you off from your support network, they gain more control over you. This is particularly insidious because it often happens gradually, making it hard to recognize until you're deeply enmeshed in the manipulator's web. Manipulation can also manifest in more subtle ways, such as making you feel indebted to them. They might do you a favor or give you a gift, only to later use it as leverage to get you to do something for them. This creates a sense of obligation and can make it difficult to refuse their requests. The Stoics believed in the importance of acting from a place of virtue and integrity, not out of obligation or fear. Recognizing manipulation is the first step towards freeing yourself from its grip. Once you see the tactics being used against you, you can take steps to protect yourself. This might mean setting firm boundaries, seeking support from trusted friends or family, or even distancing yourself from the manipulator altogether. The Stoics remind us that our peace of mind and integrity are paramount. By staying true to our principles and remaining vigilant, we can navigate these challenging situations with strength and clarity. Another significant sign of an evil person is their constant negativity. Negative people have a way of bringing everyone around them down. They focus on the worst aspects of every situation, criticize others relentlessly, and seem to take pleasure in other people's failures. This constant negativity can be draining and demoralizing, sapping your energy and enthusiasm. From a Stoic perspective, negativity is a sign of a troubled mind. The Stoics believed in the power of positive thinking and the importance of focusing on what we can control. Constant negativity is often a way for people to exert control over their environment and those around them, making everyone else as miserable as they are. Imagine you have a colleague who never has anything good to say about anyone or anything. They complain about their job, criticize their coworkers, and always see the glass as half empty. Working with someone like this can be incredibly draining. Their negative outlook can affect your mood and productivity, making it hard to stay motivated and positive. Negative people also tend to be very critical. They might constantly point out your flaws and mistakes, making you feel inadequate and insecure. This can be especially damaging in close relationships, where their constant criticism can erode your self-esteem and make you doubt your abilities. The Stoics teach us to focus on our strengths and to cultivate a positive mindset. Allowing negative people to bring us down is contrary to these principles. Moreover, negative people often engage in gossip and backbiting. They take pleasure in spreading rumors and talking behind people's backs. This creates a toxic environment where trust is undermined, and everyone is on edge. The Stoics believed in the importance of integrity and honesty. Participating in or tolerating gossip is a betrayal of these values. It's also important to note that negativity can be contagious. Spending too much time around negative people can make you more negative, too. The Stoics emphasize the importance of surrounding ourselves with virtuous individuals who uplift and inspire us. If you're constantly exposed to negativity, it can be hard to maintain a positive outlook and stay true to your principles. A negative person might also use their pessimism as a way to manipulate and control others. By constantly highlighting the negative aspects of every situation, they can make you feel dependent on them for guidance and support. They might say things like, you'd be lost without me, or no one else can handle this like I can, reinforcing your reliance on them. This can create a cycle of dependency that's hard to break. To protect yourself from the effects of constant negativity, it's important to set boundaries and limit your exposure to these individuals. The Stoics teach us to guard our minds and focus on what's within our control. By maintaining a positive mindset and surrounding yourself with supportive, uplifting people, you can counteract the effects of negativity and stay true to your principles.